Episode 42 of The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sikora, and I am The Beardcaster. Welcome to a podcast all about beards and mustaches, beard culture, and the stuff that goes along with it. Hear the stories from the people and learn the tricks of the trade on how to grow and maintain your style with advice taken from our personal experience. It's about the facial hair lifestyle we live and our daily lives in the world around us and how we deal with life. So please join me as I share the stories about these people and hear how they are using their facial hair to do great and fun things. Welcome to the podcast about beards. You found me, your host, Scott Sikora, the Beardcaster. You can find out more information about myself, the podcast, the website, by going to thebeardcaster.com. There's 3 W's in front of that, which declare that it is from the World Wide Web. Yeah, you knew that already, but I'm just telling, if you just discovered the internet recently, I just wanted to make sure you knew. And, we all take it for granted that everyone knows what www means. So I just thought I would share that with you real quick. You can find links to all of my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Yes, I have a YouTube page. There's not too many great videos on there yet, but hopefully soon. Podcast, there's a subscribe button. You click on it, and I have tons of different ways you can subscribe, be it iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, if those are your choices. If not, just search in whatever podcast catcher you use for The Beardcaster, all one word, and you should be able to find it. So then you can hit subscribe and you won't miss any important shows. If you have any questions, comments, anything, Scott at thebeardcaster.com. Now, let's see. Today, this episode, it was a fun one. This one was probably one of my faves. And I know I keep saying that over and over and over again, but this was a great one. I was joined by Taylor and Paul from the Austin Facial Hair Club. Now, Taylor is the PR media person for the 2017 Remington Beard Boss World Beard and Mustache Championships that are taking place at the Long Center in Austin, Texas, September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Now, this is the biggest competition in the United States so far. And there was so many questions I had with, being an organizer of events. I really wanted to know, what was behind getting this to Austin and, what was going on with everything. I just had a lot of questions. So this is quite a long interview. I tried to get it under an hour. Next thing I know, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm like, whoa. But the conversation just kept going, and there were more questions just kept popping up. So I don't want to bore everyone with all the banter beforehand, but Paul was awesome too. Funny dude. He's the MC of the event, and both guys have been heavily involved in the Austin Facial Hair Club for well over 65 years combined, and have been integral members at all of the Come and Shave It's that they've done the past 11. So these guys got a lot of miles under their boots and belt buckles and cowboy hats, because that's what they wear in Texas. But let's just dive right into this. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. These guys are funny as shit. You're going to laugh a lot. So take a listen, and I guess we'll just go from here. So here we go. So I'm joined with Taylor. Taylor is from Austin, Texas. Now, Taylor, tell us who you are. Give us a little background about who you are, and then we'll talk about why you're here.
So my name is Taylor Welden. I'm a VP and media liaison for the Austin Facial Hair Club.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. It's a blast. We're the proud hosts of the 2017 World Beard and Mustache Championships here in Austin, Texas. The Long Center, September 1st through 3rd.
Awesome. Now, how did you get that position in the club?
I think it's just being here long enough, and I kind of took on some responsibilities and just kept taking on more and more, and then sort of ended up where I am now. I've been involved since early 2009, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And
it's almost 23 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Ask him what happened to the bodies of the people that accidentally disappeared or left for him to get that position.
Was there murder involved?
We'll just leave that open for interpretation,
right.
Which means murdered some people.
Okay, and joined also with Taylor, we have Paul Hendricks. He is an Amazon best-selling author, I hear. Is this all true?
For the most part, yes. That sounds good.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, all right. You're not a New York Times bestseller yet.
Well, he's from the Amazon is what I meant.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you have a boat and you go up and down the river?
Yeah, I'm not even allowed in New York anymore. It's a whole story. It kind of goes back to the murders of the Austin Facial Hair Club and how Taylor got his position, but that's probably for another interview.
Yeah, that we'll save that one for another day. But okay, but Taylor, now, how did you get involved in competitive bearding? I mean, when you were growing up, and of course, the story is with all of us dudes is we're going through high school, we start growing our facial hair, and all it is an experiment all the time of like what different things you can grow and shaving it into different things and stuff like that. So where did your inspiration come from?
So, I mean, I'll give you my spiel. And, I started growing facial hair around 13 in middle school. And at the time I was kind of embarrassed about it. I had to learn how to shave with a razor at 13 and all these other kids,
that's a good device to shave with,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, versus electric razor, because I wanted to get as close to the skin as possible to like hide it. I didn't want that 5 o'clock shadow. And so I was growing this facial hair and shaving it off. And my dad has always had facial hair, so I'd say I'd list him as the number one inspiration. But, after high school, I started growing out different variations of facial hair through college. I had a decent but short beard in college. I had a crazy mustache, chops, all sorts of stuff, weird goatees. And then I started sticking with this mustache, this long curly mustache for a long time, maybe like 3 or 4 years. And so I was rocking that out. And I think I went to a small, like local mustache contest one time that my buddy told me about. He's like, dude, you got to go to this thing. You'd win. And I was kind of reluctant, but I went. And I think I took first or second place, but it was very small. And that's about all that I did with it until my girlfriend at the time, she was working at this farmer's market, and where they're selling granola. I'm helping her, super hungover.
Hippie?
Yeah. Well, yeah, tell me about it. So it's like in the summer in Austin, and I'm like, my brain is baking out in like the 105-degree weather, and it's like 11 a.m. I hadn't had coffee or water, probably slept like 4 hours. And I'm sitting there with my mustache and my girlfriend selling granola. And this dude with this epically long beard, like down past his belt buckle, he walks up to me. And this is Brian Nelson, the president of the Austin Facial Hair Club, who I don't know from anyone at this point. And if you know Brian, you'll meet him. He's got a really dry humor. And his delivery is it's almost genius. And I don't think he's trying to be funny. He kind of like says something and just waits.
Yeah. Well, I hear not only does he have a dry sense of humor, I hear he's really good at dry humping too.
Oh yeah, my God, especially of the face.
Yeah, he's a professional dry humper.
So this dude with this epic beard, he walks up to me and he goes, "Hey man," and I'm like, "Hey," and he just stands there in silence. I'm like, "What's up?" Oh, hey.
Wow, it's so dramatic.
Yeah, he's like, "It's a nice mustache." I'm like, "Cool, thanks. You have a nice beard there." He's like, "Thanks." He's like, "So, you should come with us to Norway." And I'm like, who's us? Like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Like, what
do you have, a frog in your pocket?
Yeah. Who's this we? He's like, the club. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And he's like, we have a meeting, next week on Sunday or something. We're going to go to Norway for the World Beard and Mustache Championships. And I was like, what are you talking? What's going on here? And I was like, all right. So afterwards, like, he walks away and I'm talking to my girlfriend at the time, like, what was that? And he seems like a nice guy. He seems cool, but, Beard Club, what's going on? And I was like, all right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to this meeting, and I'm a little skeptical of it, but I'm open to different ideas. And, like if it's weird, I'm not obligated. So I just roll out. And if it's cool, then I'll keep going to it. And I want to go to Norway. Of course I do. So a week later I went, and everyone was cool. Like, I didn't know them was, they're all weird in their own way in the coolest way possible, but no one was like bad. So I was like, these guys are pretty cool. I'm going to keep showing up until it gets weird. And it got pleasantly weird, and I stuck around, and here I am today.
All right. Well, I also hear that Norway is full of Norwegians. Is that true?
There is a small percent of them. It's much larger than you'd think. But
so you would say that there are more Norwegians in Norway than there are Americans in Norway?
I would say there's more Norwegians in Norway than there's Norwegians in Japan.
Okay. Good. That's a fair statement to say. At the Beardcaster podcast, we strive to give the most accurate facts possible to man. They are never true, but we like to make sure that they are as true and as close to factual as possible.
Well, thank you for being thorough.
I know. Well, that's part of the luster and allure of this podcast is, our facts. We base everything on really good factual facts. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm all lustered up and alert over here.
Yeah, very good, very good. Now, okay, so you ended up, you did go to Norway, correct?
Yes, I did. I helped raise a whole bunch of money with the club so we could all get there. We were a different club. Same in a lot of the ways. We're just a beard club.
Yeah.
Beard and mustache club. But I helped raise a whole bunch of money for the club via different events that we would have around towns, things such as Beard Prom, which was a blast. It's basically prom, but beard theme. And we raised a whole bunch of money. We were very small back then. And we went on a shoestring budget, and we competed in Norway, and we had a blast. And it was awesome. And, since then, I've been to 3 different world championships, a few international championships, one in England, and maybe in the U.S. I don't know, even maybe 50 different contests around the U.S.
You are what we call a seasoned veteran.
I guess by now, by default, yeah.
Now, how did you do? And did you place at all in the top 3 at any of the worlds? Or
so in Norway, the Austin Facial Hair Club, we didn't place at all, and we were kind of bummed about it, but. I'll tell you what, if there's one trophy, it's the fun trophy. It was just like this hotel or something, this conference hall, and we brought in like 10 bottles of liquor, and we're just like, we have our own party area in the back, and we're just raising a ruckus, waving a Texas flag in Norway.
Oh, wow.
We're having a blast. And there was one thing that we took from Norway as far as a trophy, I guess you could say, or a cred or whatever, is we were the most represented city in the entire world. Which kind of shocked us. We had like 15 people from Austin.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the next biggest club had like 9, and they're from Germany, which is like next door, basically.
Now, might you say at the competition that's happening in 2 weeks that you guys will also be, once again, the most represented club?
Man, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Because we have a big club, but there's a lot of people coming, man. There's a ton of people coming. It's crazy. And some of these clubs have a lot of people in their clubs too. So, but yeah. So the world in Norway, Germany, and Austria, we all went there. I was fortunate enough to take a 3rd place in the world in Germany.
Oh wow!
My category, which I was shocked about.
Did that help get you laid at all? Has that title gotten you laid? That's a question I want to know.
Since then, I don't think I've gone one night without a threesome. I can't get Nike to stop calling me. I'm just like, dude, chill out. Like, I have enough sponsorships. Bentley's hitting me up.
Wow, that sounds great. I'm hoping that I can at least get in the top, at least top 5 for the goatee category. But I don't think that's going to help me. I don't have any. It's not going to help me get laid. But
well, I'll tell you what. There's an availability open. If you're showing up on Thursday, if you want to get laid by me, that might improve your chances.
Well, actually, I might want to try to get a good dry hump in from Brian. That's what I'm actually looking forward to.
He's good at it, man. He's good at it.
Okay, now let's talk about. So you're the media PR guy, and that's how I ended up getting hooked up with you.
Right.
And I originally talked to Brian, and I just reached out to him because him and I communicate every so often. But he put me in touch with you. I emailed you. You gave me the information I needed. And as I was starting to kind of look through the press pass, or the press release that you sent me the other day, I'm like, you know what? Instead of looking at this, I'm just going to go to the horse's mouth and I'm going to get the information directly from him. So that's why I messaged you, and thank you so much, number one, for, literally, I messaged you this morning about doing this, and you were gracious enough to take the time to make for me tonight to talk. So thank you, number one.
No problem.
But let's talk about how did you guys end up scoring this event to be in Austin, number one, and tell us about a little bit about the history of the event.
So, yeah, this is pretty interesting. So, the Austin Facial Hair Club before me, they actually joined, or they were created so they could go to the 2009 Alaska World Championships held in Alaska, which is the last time they were in the USA. And it was sort of like a joke. It was a bunch of dudes sitting around a bar, and they're like, hey, did you hear about this World Championships? We should go. And they all went up there. And it was it's a small group of them, a very small group. And then, since then, I guess you could say it's getting more serious. We still have a fun vibe, that's for sure. We don't take it too serious. We know exactly what this is, and it's a beard contest. But, we all have our own jobs and lives and stuff, but this is a fun hobby.
Wait a minute. Wait, you guys aren't professional beard guys that live off of the money you make by your beards?
Man, like I told you, Nike and Bentley are sponsoring me. So
well, other than you,
I might be one of the few.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point to get to. That's what I'm trying to work with this podcast is get at least $25 to buy a meal at McDonald's for me and my family. But
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that $25 number. Paul is paying me $25 an hour just to hang out with me right now. So I got all sorts of stuff.
Because of your awesome beard. There you go.
Wow.
Mustache, pardon me.
So the history about it goes, 2009 Alaska World Championships, they come back, and I think I don't think any of our guys placed then. I'm pretty certain of that. And we come back, and 2011, we kind of start ramping it up, and this TV show starts following us around called Whisker Wars.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Is that the show where there's like a bunch of guys that have long beards, and then they go up on stage and they compete against each other, and then they judge them, and then someone wins, and then there's drama?
That's the one, man. There's so much drama in that.
Oh, no, there's not. That shit's all real, man. They don't edit crap like that for anything. That's actually the big running joke on my show, because I talk to a lot of people that, a lot of guys that's what turned them on to competitive bearding.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's crazy how many people got exposed to that show and they said, hey, I want to do that. In fact, the 2013 world champion, he saw Brian Nelson on the show and he goes, hey, you know what? I want to grow a beard like that. Jeff Langham.
Yeah.
And he saw Brian Nelson on the show, and he told his wife at the time, he goes, hey, I want to grow a beard like that. And she's like, okay. And then he beat Brian and took first in the world. And
that's awesome.
Is it true that Jack Passion will be at this World Beard Mustache Championships?
I can't answer that.
I can't confirm or deny that.
How fun would that be, though? That would be pretty cool. I'm not saying
Honestly, I wanted him to judge. I thought that'd be the coolest thing ever. Because like I said, that show was all drama. There's some truth to everything, but we're just having fun. We don't care. And I thought it'd be so awesome to have him as a judge, but no one's heard from him for years.
That's what I was going to say. He kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. And I heard that I had heard he shaved. Last I had heard, he was working as a sound engineer or something at some studio, and he shaved.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I did hear that he shaved. I don't have visual proof of that whatsoever. But I've heard that, and I know he's in the music business. But yeah, if Jack's listening to this, he has an open invitation to come. I'll pay for his ticket, even if he just wants to come hang out. It'd be cool.
Hey, he'll probably come and no one will know who he is because
exactly.
He'll have long hair and he'll be clean shaven and
yeah.
That's what always happens when I come.
Yeah.
You have long hair and you become clean shaven?
No, nobody knows who I am.
Okay. I thought you meant when you... Okay, never mind.
I got it.
Yeah. Sorry if that went over your head. So, you guys...
how it started, yeah. So 2011, we're getting a little bit serious, and the show's following us around, and at the time, we petitioned to host the Worlds in Austin.
Now, was that kind of like as a joke, or were you guys like super serious about it?
We've been having contests here in Austin. We've had our 11th annual contest here in Austin, and so we know how to throw a party. We have maybe the biggest in the world, the biggest contest in the world anywhere, just because we have such a good time. So we're no stranger to holding a big event.
Yeah, well, you guys are from Texas, and everything's bigger there, so...
Absolutely. And like, this is the times where we're having like Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top as a judge. So like, we know what we're doing at this point. And so we pitched the idea to the WBMA, which is the World Beard and Mustache Association. And we say, hey, you have to give a presentation, you have to be on a mic, and I think there's a PDF involved. And we said, hey, we'd like to have the honor of doing this. And the Worlds are every 2 years on odd years only. And we made the petition, and we gave a good one, to be fair. And, this is the year that we have all the people showing up, big group of us. And I think the WBMA, which is generally made up of older European men that have been doing this for a long time. And we were like the brand new entry into the WBMA, and now we're like stirring it up and saying, okay, we just joined yesterday. Now we want the Worlds to be in Austin in 2015. And they're like... It's a democratic vote, but I think everyone was just a little skeptical because we're just so new, and they're like, so we didn't get the vote, and that's okay, no big deal. And then that year, Germany won that vote, and in 2011 Austria won that vote. In 2011, we already know where the 2013 World Championships are going to be, which was Germany. So.
I hear there's a lot of Germans in Germany.
There's way less than you'd expect.
Oh,
way
okay.
less. Yeah, we're looking at like 3% Germans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's strange. There's just no people there.
Yeah, it's like I hear like everyone kind of moved out, and there's like a lot of emptiness there.
Yeah, there's very little people there.
Little people in Germany?
Yeah,
like,
very
are we
little
talking
people.
Like tiny people?
Menehune.
Tiny little German people.
From Hawaii. Menehune, they're weird folk.
Oh,
yes, okay. Small people from Hawaii living in Germany.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I'm afraid to go to Germany now. You guys have officially scared me.
But the beer is good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I hear.
Good. We had a good time over there. So we go to Germany the next year, and we didn't get the vote to have the Worlds in 2015, and it's not like we were like super bummed about it. We just thought it'd be fun. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't fun. And, that's where this always comes from. It's like, is this fun? Is it not? And so we came back and we got ready to go to Germany 2 years later. And there was a much smaller crowd that went, I think, because there was a wedding, one of our dear friends' wedding that same weekend. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was 4 or 5 of us that went over to Germany.
I have a quick question. I don't mean to interrupt. Is that friend still married?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
So it was worth it. Yeah.
That's a feel good story right there. I needed to throw a little feel good story into this whole thing because, I think the percentage rate of divorce now is well over 50%. So he's doing something right. So, okay, continue on.
Can you play some like really feel good music when you edit this later?
Yeah, probably some Cannibal Corpse.
Okay.
Nice.
That's feel good.
Yeah. I mean, it makes your insides feel good.
It's romantic.
Yeah, definitely.
So Germany comes around, like 5 of us go there, and, we had such great momentum, and it was kind of a bummer that only 5 went. But we end up going anyway. Brian ends up taking second in the world in full beard natural, and I took third place in the world in musketeer. And I think that's the year that our mustache guy, Jackie, was robbed. He didn't place that year. He's the current world champion now, but so we have a great time. And then the following day is the meeting to decide where the next worlds are going to be. And we have decent presentation. When I say decent, it's like a piece of paper with some notes on it, like some scribble. And the previous year we had this thing like dialed up hotels and stuff, like graphics and whatnot. So Brian and I walk up in front, and there's like a translator because there's a lot of German guys there, and we give this presentation on why Austin should be chosen for the 2017 World Beard and Mustache Championships. And it's, we're just kind of talking. It's very casual, and we're in front of this room of guys. And as far as we know, there was no other group or team or city or country that was going to present after us. It was kind of in the bag. We're kind of doing it out of a formality.
Oh, wow.
So, that's all as far as we knew. And we gave the presentation, and it sort of ends without any really clapping. We're just like, okay. So, like, by default, are you going to vote no or something? So we go sit down, and we sit down, and the room's just kind of stagnant. It's kind of quiet. And we're sitting there.
They were probably thinking in German at that point.
Yeah, exactly, which is, very silent and very stoic.
Yeah.
At that point, we hear some rustling behind us in the back of the room because we're in the very front.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, there's this older gentleman that stands up. And they're like, does anyone else want to present? And this older gentleman, he stands up.
It was Charlton Heston, wasn't it?
He looked like him, man. It was kind of scary, man. He does this really long, slow walk to the very front of the room, and he's holding a wrapped up flag.
Oh my.
And we didn't have a flag. What the heck? We didn't have anything. We had a piece of paper. And he walks up to the front of I wish you could see me mimicking this out. So he walks up to the front of the room. He stands there. He looks at everyone in the crowd. Then he grabs the flag and he holds it up, horizontal. And he starts unrolling it.
Hopefully it's not a Nazi flag.
No. And I mean, we're all wondering what the hell, what's this flag going to be? So he slowly unrolls it like 1 inch at a time, full length flag, 1 inch at a time, just rolling. See red, okay. See white. That's good. Now it's the whole flag. It's the Switzerland flag. And the guy goes, This is the flag of Switzerland. And then he rolls the flag back up in silence. And then he puts the flag down and he goes, I am from Liechtenstein. We're like, wait, what's happening here? Why'd you show us the flag of Switzerland? He's like, I am from Liechtenstein. We would like to host a contest in Liechtenstein. We have, and granted, his English probably isn't the best, and I'm giving him that credit. I'm not making fun of anyone because I can't speak 2 languages, but he's like, we will host the contest, and we have buses.
My Lord.
We have hotels, and we would like to host a contest.
And they have Swiss Army knives there, I hear, too.
Yeah, but in Liechtenstein. It's not even in Switzerland.
Oh,
we're like, wait, what? Like, why did he show us the flag of Switzerland? And we're like, wait, what? Okay. And then he after the hotel thing, he's like, we have many hotels, we have many buses, and then he says, thank you, and he sits down. Like, okay. And the room is silent, and we're sitting there. I'm like, okay. So now we all vote on a piece of paper, and it was unanimous. Austin won. We're just like, okay. I'm like, what just happened there? I
thought Switzerland was going to go. I mean, shit, if he would have just said Swiss cheese right off the bat, I would have been like, wow, that's where we're going.
But that's the thing I still don't understand to this day is why he had a Swiss flag when he was from Liechtenstein trying to host the contest in Liechtenstein.
Maybe they were trying to punk you.
I think he was trying to get all the people that like pudding. He was trying to...
Swiss pudding?
Swiss Miss.
Ah.
I'll be here all week, folks.
I know. Hey, man, come on. I got that.
Good job. Taylor has it. Two jokes gone over Taylor's head.
I know.
If he would have brought a really hot Swiss girl and just had her there, guaranteed I would have voted for Switzerland instead of Austin.
Okay.
Swiss Miss.
Swiss Miss. There you go.
You get that joke, Paul?
It just wasn't funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all right. I'll go 5 out of 10 on that one.
Okay, I'll take the Swiss girl home.
Okay.
You guys.
Here you go.
That's cool. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about your joke while you're having sex with her.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Friday.
So now, so you guys unanimously got the vote. So then, now this is my big question.
Okay.
What kind of pain in the ass work is it to get all? I mean, because I'm sure there's standards you guys have to have for. I mean, though you've had 11 competitions, but at this point 10 under your belt in Austin that come and shave it. And you guys, of course, I had a discussion with one of my club members today, and we were talking about how, we admire the fact that you guys have like a perfectly well-oiled machine, and your competition has got to be on like autopilot at this point, where it's.
It kind of is, man. I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we do ahead of time, leading up to it, and there's, just kind of behind the scenes stuff like getting sponsors and like making sure the trophies are ready. And that's all the stuff that kind of happens beforehand. And we all kind of know what to do at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, okay, cool. Hey, I got the trophies set up. We got this sponsor. These people are going to be there. And the Mohawk has been so amazing because they host, major events every day of the week, like major festivals and bands show up. So we rely on their staff, and they're running sound for us and lights and, security and all that. So that's already taken care of. And then, really when it comes to be the day of, like, we might have a 10-minute meeting ahead of time, like, all right, cool, everyone good? All right, we know how to do this, and go,
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to Worlds, I mean, they told us, when I say they, it's the WBMA, which is the World Beard and Mustache Association, which you have to join, and you have to meet a very basic criteria as a club in order to join the WBMA and like be a part of that group and be able to vote, which is it's very simple. They made it so it's very accessible, and it's basically like have a group of officers. So we didn't even really have that at the time. We had Brian as the president. Maybe we had a vice president. I think we just had a president, and mostly because it's just kind of like whatever, let's just chill. And their requirements were like have 5 officers, like a treasurer, secretary, vice president, president, and someone else. So we had to make those titles, which is no big deal. It's just like, okay, you're this, you're this. Yeah,
it's a business card.
Is that how you got your title?
No, actually, it's not how I got mine. I wasn't that at the time. So we did that, followed that, and it was pretty easy otherwise. And so we asked the Worlds, we said, hey, so we're the Austin Facial Hair Club. You guys have either attended our contest or you've heard about it. You've seen us, you know us. Like, we like to have fun. We do take things seriously when we need to, but we're still going to do it with our own style and our own Austin vibe. And is there any sort of issues that you guys have with that? Do we have to do it a certain way? And they said, listen, other than basically having the general categories, the required categories, you can do whatever you want. Like, you have our graces, you can add more categories, whatever you think. It's your Worlds. We're here to support you. That was
cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
So that being said, how similar is this going to be to the Come and Shave It? Other than there's probably, and I'm just assuming because, this is such a big event that you'll probably have more competitors than you would normally have at Come and Shave It.
Yeah, quite a bit more. And I'll say this. So Paul has been the MC for the past several Come and Shave It's, and I'll let him say how it'll be same and different in a lot of ways.
Well, the first way it'll be different is that I have never been to a Worlds.
Me neither. Awesome. We can do it together.
So when I first got on the committee for Worlds and was asked to MC it, it was a matter of, Paul, you get to set the tone for this event. And based on feedback of what I heard before, Worlds can be kind of drone on sometimes and gets really long in the tooth. And so I was tasked with the privilege to get to say, I get to set the tone for it. So the only tone I know is
Tone Loke.
Well, besides Tone Loke, who is performing, by the way, that weekend at our event.
Are you shitting me?
I am totally shitting you. It would be awesome if he was.
That would be.
Well, but there will be Funky Cold Medina there for sure.
Awesome.
In fact, Taylor's drinking some right now.
All right.
And he's dancing. Which is weird because it's just with my pit bull, and my pit bull looks confused. I don't know. So anyway, sorry for the break there, but
that was my fault.
My job, I was told, was to, Paul, you do a good job of the other one, so set the tone. So because I've never been to a Worlds, the tone will be set of fun. I mean, there'll still be the serious element because people are traveling obviously from all over the world. And people take this very seriously. And when we hold comps in Austin, we have a good time. It's a party. So there will be a good juggling of the two. I don't take it all that seriously. Probably not as seriously as many of the competitors that will be there. So there will be jokes, and I think just the whole vibe is set up to be fun. Like this. I mean, come on! It's a World's Beard and Mustache Championship. So, just the whole idea of it, the fact that everybody that's participating and all of us, we're hosting it, is it's extra in life. It's a fun thing. It's silly. So, we're Austin. If you watched, before, I didn't get to see Whisker Wars until after I joined the club. And when I did, and I saw the kind of vibe coming, well, actually in that show, Austin Facial Hair Club looks pretty villainous, but I like that.
Looks what?
Kind of villainous, like the villains of that show.
Well, that's because of good editing.
The rebel, oh, totally. But I dig that. So I think we'll keep that kind of tone of going through. If it's fun, you got to be able to laugh at yourself and bring your best. Bring the best you got, because there's going to be several hundred people from all over the world here to show the goods. So if we can keep it fun and move it along and get people proud of what they're doing, that's the whole goal of this event. But in my opinion, since I'm hosting it, fun is number one. Keep people entertained. I don't want people to be bored. I don't want people to be walking in and out and not having a good time. So we got jokes. I'm
excited. I'm really excited to hear that, because I would tend to believe that because of this being such a big event, being hosted over in Germany, Austria, all those places, and the older, I guess, clientele or whatever that would be competing in this, they take it extremely serious. And I would be worried that, these guys that are just like hyper serious about how their beards, you want them to have a good time too and have the good experience, but you also don't want to be over the top too with them, and turn them off to the whole entire event.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I have the utmost respect, and we all do, in the club, for some of the gentlemen. There's a lot of people here that take this seriously and been doing it since the beginning of these competitions. So it won't be disrespect, but there will be jokes.
Oh, I'm looking so forward to this. This is, and this for me, and exactly why I wanted to talk to you guys, was to learn more about what the event is going to be like. Because for me, it's what I've seen or what I've read online, and to me, it seems like a real stale, static event that's just like a bunch of guys standing in suits, like real just stiff.
Right, and. So this is Taylor again, and so the previous Worlds, man, they've been like 18 or 16 hours. It's crazy. Like there's this ongoing joke in the club that people just say 8,5, and that's German for 8.5, and every judge is allowed to give a 10, a 9.5, and a 9, and so basically the next best score they can give is 8.5, and 300 people at that previous contest, 7 judges, and you figure what's 300 times, so 300 times 4. So at least 1,200 times we heard the words 8,5. Just on repeat. 8,5.
That sounds like you guys should put that on the back of your shirts.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to figure out what to do with that, and just.
Oh, I'm going to use it for sure.
it'll be way different than that. Just kind of like sitting and watching, and like there'll be bands outside. There's going to be food trucks. It's a 3-day long event, which is a first. Everything will just be fresh. There'll be something to do. I believe we're going to have tattoo artists on site. You can get a tattoo.
Oh, cool.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a blast. You'll always have something to do.
Male and female prostitutes, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There will be some of those there, I'm sure.
I think so.
I mean, they usually go to a lot of events. I mean, they're good for ticket sales every now and then.
I hope so. That's the fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Finger something.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what else is going on? I mean, now that we're like 2 weeks away, like how crazy is it there right now? I mean,
it's crazy, man. We're meeting several times every week, and now there's 2 weeks left. We've been meeting several times a week just to discuss logistics and, work out any final kinks. I mean, this week alone, I think 5 times we'll be seeing each other.
Yeah.
And how much beer are you guys drinking at these things?
A lot.
See, now I'm just almost wondering if you guys are just getting together to drink beer.
Oh, yeah. But before I even joined the club, Brian Nelson had invited me to meetings several times. And how I met many of the members was I'd meet them afterwards to go out and have beers. And when I finally went to a meeting, I realized that, the meeting is pretty much about 15 minutes business and mostly just drinking.
Yeah.
But it's grown to the point of the excitement here is today we had a meeting, and we're having club meetings every week up until the event. And there were almost 45 people at our meeting today.
Maybe 50.
Yeah, of members and people that are coming, like our volunteers and people that are coming to compete. And there's definitely the club is excited. We're excited. We're nervous a little bit, of course. And for Austin, man, we always like to party. So the fact that we get to host a party from people coming around the world is right up our sleeves. It's our strength. We do well. We know how to have a good time. We know how to party. And based on results, we got 2 of the number 1 champions in the world for beard competitions. We know how to beard comp.
Yeah.
I think our Come and Shave It are just hands down a great party. People come here from all over the country every year because Austin knows how to party, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a party on a huge level, live music, drinks, food, bearding. I mean, it's going to be an incredible time where people are going to get to come and we're being a great steward for the city of Austin.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah. I mean,
what we have to offer.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is, I mean, Austin, I've never been to Austin. I've been to San Antonio. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Fort Worth. I've been everywhere but Austin. And it's the one place that I've always wanted to go. So
how dare you? How dare you not been there?
Hey, man.
Well, the cool thing is at this World Championships, we know a lot of these people, they're flying in from around the world, from around the country.
And boy, their arms are going to be tired. Right? Yeah, and I'll be here all week. See what I did there? Yeah, you like that one. Wow. Yeah, you can use that one.
I will use that.
All right, sweet.
That's how I'm going to open the whole event.
Awesome. Okay, sorry. Continue, Taylor, please.
Right. So these people, they're coming here, and we know a lot of them, like, they're taking off work, they're flying in, and, they might not have a lot of time in the city of Austin. And this event is 3 days long, 4 days if you count the pre-party on Thursday. And so we know that we're taking up a good amount of their time. They can get out on days that they don't have to compete, but they're going to want to be there because basically what we're doing is we're bringing the city of Austin into the Long Center. We're bringing all these food trucks, local food trucks, a ton of local bands that are, people know these bands around the world. There's going to be some one band coming in from Japan. So it's going to be like
who's that?
Sushi Mami Ray.
Oh, okay. Never heard of them.
Yeah.
They're
Sushi
great.
Mami Ray. They're awesome. They rock.
All female punk rock band.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, we're going to have, it's going to be an Austin vibe right in the Long Center. It's going to tattoos, food, music. It's all there. So you won't, I still encourage you to get out and see the city of Austin. And there's going to be after parties at some of our favorite local Austin bars and music venues. Legendary Antone's venue, the White Horse, which is a classic, the Black Heart. And then the pre-party's at a place called the Draft House, which is a German bar that there's going to be some special stuff going on there that night.
Like small German people.
Very small German people.
Hawaiian. This is all very cool. I mean, and the thing is like I originally I wasn't going to attend, but thankfully to the American Mustache Institute and Can You Handlebar, they're helping me get there to cover the event. And to hang out with all you guys. And my whole goal is to just, other than competing in the goatee category on Saturday, I'm going to be bopping around talking to as many people as I can from all over the world, trying to get their stories on how they got there and, any cool kind of stuff that they've experienced because of their beards or mustaches. And I appreciate the fact that, I get to go, and I'm so very thankful. And because it all just kind of unfolded for me within the past couple weeks, I have yet to really research everything that's going on. And once again, like I said, that's why I wanted to talk to you guys and find out, what exactly the whole weekend entails. And it to me, and after talking to you guys, I am super fucking excited to be coming down there.
Let me ask you this: do you already have a press pass?
Yes, that's how I got hooked up with Taylor.
All right, I was going to sell you one for $250, but it's handwritten.
Sweet.
Are you in Ohio?
I am Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, where about?
Cleveland. I am about 40 minutes east of Cleveland, a small town called Chardon, Ohio.
Oh, I know Chardon. I'm actually from Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up in Elyria, and I spent many years on the east side, Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights, South Euclid.
That's where I'm pretty much every day where I work. So
I saw the 440, and I was like, oh, a Clevelander, a Midwesterner.
That's right.
Must be a nice person.
Hopefully I'm coming across as nice, but when you meet me, I'm a hugger. So
oh, great. We'll see.
We'll
see.
If you don't want me to invade your space, I won't. Just let me know.
Well, Taylor's from Pennsylvania, so that's why he doesn't say words good.
Oh, he don't speak very good.
I want to touch on one more thing that you were saying about the kind of being overwhelmed about all the stuff that you're reading and researching and stuff. And I think that a lot of competitors may be thinking that, and even spectators, what is exactly going on here? And I try to give people the 30-second speech.
Yeah, this is called the elevator speech. So yeah, give us that.
So, well, the thing is, I find that the 30-second elevator speech, the building better be 300 stories tall, because I'm going to keep talking. There's so much information to share.
Yeah, well, we have all the time in the world, like I said, Taylor. Just you take all the time you need to explain this.
Well, and here's kind of what I'm getting at is you don't really necessarily have to research it. You don't even have to listen to this interview, and I hope that everyone does, but I think the big point is just show up and just swim. You're gonna be okay. Just show up, start walking around, start talking to people, walk outside, listen to bands. Oh, there's a tattoo. I'm gonna go get a tattoo. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, there's beer. I should probably have 17 of those. It's just you're gonna have fun, guaranteed, 100%. And it's for competitors and spectators. This isn't just for competitors. If this was for competitors only, we would have all the competitors send in a photo of themselves, and we just say, okay, this person won, we'll mail you the trophy, have a good day. But this is an event for spectators. This is a party. It's made for the spectators to enjoy themselves and have fun.
Yeah, there'll be international media there. That's about the only one. Actually, there's no media going to be there whatsoever. In fact, Austin wants to do it here.
I find that hard to believe. I guarantee you. I guarantee there'll be some sort of international media there.
Oh, there will. Taylor actually poked me with a switchblade when I said that, so apparently I'm not supposed to say.
We're not supposed to say exactly who's coming, but there's going to be some of the biggest.
Well, I have a blog, so I'll definitely be blogging about it. I have 5 followers. So.
Yeah, you pay them.
Well, so what, dude? Don't judge me.
That's like me, though, too. I got a podcast, and the Beardcaster is going to be there covering the event for.
Well, how many listeners do you have?
It's really difficult to say. I'll tell you this. I just released an episode yesterday, and I've had over 200 downloads since yesterday morning.
Awesome.
I was about to say it. Is it only your parents that are listening to this right now? Or are you really?
Well, yes, because I have lots of like brothers and sisters, 198 of them.
I was going to have you email it to my mom in Cleveland and make sure she listens so she knows her boy is still doing well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can say hi to mom right now, and we'll make sure I'll put a timestamp and be like, Paul says at 54 minutes, hi to mom.
I'll just text her later. I was planning on calling her anyway.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
What, that you text your mom?
No, that I text his mom.
He texts my mom.
Oh, that Taylor texts his mom.
Well, no, Paul's mom.
Oh, Paul. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this gets
it's a much deeper story than that. My mom likes beards.
So well, that's good.
Weird.
Well, then
she likes the Amish too, so it's weird. Taylor's from Pennsylvania. It's all story.
Yeah, I see too many Amish too often, and they just gross me out.
Wow. Taylor was just home recently and said he found pleasure in running them off the road.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is fun too, but I see them all the time, and they especially if you have a beard, they give you this like death stare, like how dare you?
Like you're the devil. That's crazy.
What if we have some Amish folks in that category, the whaler category?
That would be awesome.
Well, I just learned the other day why Amish people do not have mustaches. Do you guys know? Yeah. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Tell me.
From all the pie?
It's the pie. From your never mind.
Wow.
So it's because they associate it with the military.
Yep.
And they also call everyone that isn't an Amish, which is incorrect. They call us all the English. They call every American that is not Amish the English, which is really interesting.
I personally feel like this took an anti-Amish spin on this interview, so I just want to say that one of my favorite restaurants in Ohio is Mary Yoder's. And I love the pie, and the fireplaces are bomb.
Well,
check QVC.
Just to be fair, if you went into that restaurant, they're Mennonite, not Amish.
That's exactly what I was going to say, too. I was like, man, they're Mennonite. They're not Amish.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm on Google right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but you can't believe everything. We're more factual than Google.
Yeah,
I think
remember that.
Well, I'm staring at a statue of Mark Twain right now. So.
Well, he was not Amish.
No, totally not. But he just said, "Believe me."
Well, I know, but they have not taken that statue of Mark Twain down yet.
And replaced it with an Amish?
Yeah, well, no, because of all the statues they've been taken down lately, and
things are taking a turn.
I know. Well, I don't want to go political there. Sorry.
Replace it with an Amish,
Yeah.
But then everyone's happy, I guess.
I don't know. I used to volunteer at a Quaker church in Rochester, New York.
Do you eat a lot of oatmeal?
I like them.
Yeah, but you volunteered to burn the church down, Paul.
Taylor, we're on the radio.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You burned it down, not me.
Are you into black metal? I mean, that's what they do.
Well, if you stay a little longer in Austin, Mayhem will be here.
Oh, man.
Month. So there will be some black metal and possibly murders.
Oh.
We'll see.
See, now, once again, we're taking another turn. We go from Amish to black metal to murders and church burning. And
I think it's all connected.
I think it is, too, because it all stems from beards.
Kind of life I live.
Yeah, well, you got to live on the edge, man. Got to live on the edge. Okay, now I had another question in mind.
Sure.
Yes, we did.
Yes, now I can't remember because we started talking about the Amish, and I'm trying to go back through my head. It had something to do with the event.
Yeah.
Is Paul more handsome than Taylor? And take a poll on it. Yes, I think that poll's already been on it. Answers yes.
Let's see.
A lot more handsome.
What else about the event? So we got.
Unless you talk to my mom.
Oh, I remember what it was. Okay, now tell me the two things I want to know about: the judging and the trophies. Now, with the judging, I heard today that you guys have different sets of judges for each day. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, have you announced who these judges are, and how different is this going to be from previous world competitions with judging, or is it pretty much standard?
So the first answer is we're not going to announce the judges before the competition as a means of preventing any kind of bribery. And will it be similar to other worlds? Well, we will have because this is 3 days. and particularly long, especially Saturday, we will have different sets of judges coming in for different subcategories and categories. So it will not be similar in that fashion. There will be a variety, well, let's say a cornucopia, if you will, a plethora maybe even, of different sets of judges that we'll be providing. And there will be clear on this, we will not be announcing any of those before the first day of the championships.
And one more thing about the judges is, we've been to contests around the world, and generally speaking, most of the times the judges, they're very qualified. They know what they're looking for. A few times the judges haven't been, they're just like
local disc jockey guy that knows nothing about beards, but he's a personality in the town that doesn't know anything about beards.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And there's been one contest. It was a major one. It might have been a Worlds where the one of the girl judges, she was speaking to a competitor and she goes, "Oh yeah, I don't even like beards." And we're like, "What?" So our judges, though we're not going to announce them until the day of, they're all very qualified. Some of them are previous competitors or current competitors that won't be judging their own categories categories with their friends in it, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all going to be very qualified. They're all going to be prepared, and they're going to know what they're going to be looking for and things like that. So we're really happy with our judges selection.
Yeah, we made sure they all get off on beards.
Oh yeah,
and you may see that live.
I hope so. I mean, those are the time. And that was one of my major questions was the judging, and were these people definitely experienced, qualified, know what they're looking for? And I mean, could you elaborate a little bit more on what some of the criteria is that they're going to be judging on, or is that pretty much like up to whatever that personal individual judges their own take on it?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
So yes, the judges. So a lot of people ask me that question when I tell them, hey, I just got back from, wherever, or I'm going here. They say, "Wait, you're going to this place because for a beard contest?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's no big deal." And they say, "Okay, well, the first question they say is, so a beard contest, what are the judges looking for?" And
beards.
It's a valid question. It's like, we're having 27 different categories. So there's obviously something very different from a natural mustache category to a full beard freestyle category, or a musketeer to a full beard natural over 60 centimeters. They're all very different. They all have their own specifications. Some of these categories are very, very specific where, like the Salvador Dali, the mustache cannot grow. And I'll have to check because, like I said, there's 27 categories.
Yeah.
But I believe it's 2 centimeters from the edge of your lip. It can't grow any further from that. It has to be a clear definition and stop there. And the mustache points straight up, and it can only go to the pupil, the center of the pupil of your eyes. So you can't go further than that. And so that's just one category. And the judges, they're instructed to look for those things. And, in my opinion, a category like that where it's so specific and so defined, there isn't too much room for that it factor. There is a lot of really interesting Dali competitors, but when it gets really, really specific, they would, if you think about it, all the competitors would just look exactly the same.
Yeah.
If they define it, but they know what to look for, and a costume does play a part of this thing. And I always say if there's two twins and they exact biological twins and they walk up on stage and they look exactly the same and they both say the same things and look the same otherwise, one's wearing jeans and a t-shirt and one is wearing just a suit with a tie, suit guy's going to win just because he looks sharper, So there are some things that judges look for when it comes to these different categories. It's costume or the way that they carry themselves, like crowd response, but more importantly, the way that the facial hair most, how do I say this? There's a really eloquent phrase or something that we use. Paul's holding a sword over my head right now, so it's a little difficult. So
it's words.
Yeah. So it's the way that the facial hair best complements the person. So maybe someone might look better with a mustache. Maybe someone might look better with this, and just kind of how the whole thing fits their personality. And yes, like thickness, fullness, length. As long as it doesn't go over the length within that specific category.
Yeah.
Color, just overall health. Sometimes people have multicolored beards, like they've had a scar and then this bolt of jet white comes out of their beard, and that's cool. Like it's something different.
Yeah, unique. It adds a uniqueness to the beard.
Absolutely, especially when they're fitting within that criteria. So, the whole thing is just kind of like you look at the whole package in a way, as long as it fits within that criteria.
You look at their package. That's real professional. Real professional.
There's been some contests where that does happen.
I mean, I took second place in the 6-month sprint one year, and it was totally based off on my tight jeans.
Oh, did you have a cucumber in there?
I'm aware. No, it was all me.
It was a camel toe.
It was all me. I was aware. But whatever. The judges told me afterwards, and a couple of them touched it. It was cool.
Be proud. That's all we can say.
I got a sweet belt buckle out of it, so I'm proud. That was my gift for winning second place in the 6-month sprint.
So speaking of that's what we've done in the past for trophies.
Yes, that was another question. Yeah, what are the trophies?
So we did that in the past. At least 1 or 2 different contests we've had belt buckles as trophies. I will say there's a few things that we are giving as trophies. I don't know if I can say about the handmade things that are sharp, but there is a local tailor called Bykowski Tailor and Barb.
Isn't that ironic?
Right? Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, continue.
They're actually giving 10,000 spoons.
Jesus Christ.
But you only need a knife, though, so...
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God.
You're going to have all these knives that say winner of... But then you're going to probably die in a plane crash the next day.
Right?
My mom just texted me and said that she wasn't proud that I was on this show after that Alanis Morissette role.
Come on.
She called from the future?
Yeah. Well, she's listening live.
Oh, okay. This is live.
She's in my garage right now in Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't heard her talking through my head this entire time?
So we have done belt buckles. So we're doing the one handmade thing. And okay, so Bykowski, Tailor and Barb, they've been doing this for us for a few years now. We're trying to make this a thing, and I think we now successfully have the overall best in show champion. They will be getting a jacket, and it's kind of like the Masters idea.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And this thing is it's a really nice thing. I think it might be. It's either 3 or 4 figures in order to make this thing. It's made out of this awesome fabric. It has their name on the inside.
It's 4 figures.
Yeah. So they'll obviously just get the jacket.
So would one be a figure skater and then a figure competitor in weightlifting? Or is that what kind of figures you're talking about?
No,
Action figures?
Dollar figure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like this is a really nice bespoke handmade thing. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, you're talking
So it's
money.
nice. Yeah.
You confused the shit out of us.
We were like,
I know.
what?
Well, I think once I said action figures, you guys got where I was going.
Yeah. So actually, I was looking at this jacket yesterday, and this thing is so nice. I mean, it's lined. It will have their name on the inside. So basically, when they are awarded Best in Show Champion, we'll put the jacket on them, hoping it's made big, and hopefully it'll fit them. But if not, the idea is that
they can go to a tailor.
Yeah, well, they'll go into them actually because it's so custom that they'll make the one for their body.
Yeah, I put it on the other day. I wasn't even wearing a shirt just because I wanted to have my scent on it.
Your musk.
I think that adds to the Best in Show allure.
Well, yeah.
And then one other award that we just got confirmed. There will be trophies that are being made. They're really nice plaques being made from our one of our sponsors, Capital Rubber Stamp here in Austin.
Elementary school.
Capital Rubber Stamp.
Craft class.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, they make really nice trophies and plaques. They always have.
Do they do they get the plaque from people's teeth?
Okay. Yeah. There will be on-site dentistry.
Yes.
Jokes are abundant.
We are not anti-dentite.
Sorry.
Wow, Seinfeld.
Yeah, right?
Seinfeld.
What's up, dude? Keep up, man.
Awesome,
things
dude.
move fast here.
Yeah.
So, and then the other trophy that we just got is for the Best in Show as well. We're stoked to, we just got Allen's boots, which are on South Congress here in Austin. They donated a Stetson hat, and it was sort of, I had this idea of this like crown, the champion is being crowned. So they're giving away like, it's a 20X, which means like the quality.
Yes.
Stetson cowboy hat that's worth like $450. And we're going to crown the champion with that. They can go back in and, get their size and get proper fitting. They're hooking up the whole club with some Stetsons and giving one for the charity silent auction as well.
Okay. You'll see us rocking some Stetsons on stage also.
Sweet. Now you just brought up another thing, the charity. Now, what's the charities for this year?
Plural charity.
Plurals, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so I did know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Just about like that things can be plural, or
yeah. Well, no. I mean, when I said charity, because I meant to put an S on it, and then I got reprimanded right off the bat.
Well, I thought you were.
Now I feel ashamed.
Well, I'm a writer. What are you gonna do?
I thought you were just informed about the idea of things being plural.
Oh no!
The concept of like more than one.
No, I'm sorry, man. My feelings are hurt now. So,
like a murder of crows.
I know, like murderers, plural.
Well, it'd be murder. Yeah. See, he gets it now. You don't, Paul.
Well, shit.
Murdering. That's the process of murder.
Yeah.
Well, the first charity that we're giving money to, speaking of murder, is
wow.
Yeah, that's actually not
Let's just rewind that.
Not a good segue.
Start over. Yeah.
Not a good segue at all.
Because these are awesome charities.
They are. Totally awesome. Out Youth is the first one, and one that we've also partnered with before. If you've ever seen the Austin Facial Hair Club T-shirts with the sugar skull in the rainbow colors, we do that, and money proceeds from every one of those sales goes to Out Youth, and it's a center for teenage LGBTQ.
Yeah, God, I always make that mistake.
They're looking for a space to go if they're feeling unwanted or feeling out of place, or it's somewhere that supports and caters that community. And it's something that we've been pretty passionate about supporting this organization. And that's the one of the main ones, or there's three of them, but that's one of the companies that are nonprofits rather that we're supporting. And then the other two are
farmers assisting returning vets, and that's basically helping veterans get into farming to help them with their life needs. Maybe it's health needs or psychological or financial, but it's to help them with recovery in a various ways in a really healthy form. And then the third one, which most people might be most familiar with, is Livestrong, which is based out of Austin, Texas.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's. I mean, and once again, like anything that you guys like, all these charities and stuff that you guys are talking about, I will put links in my show notes that will go, right. So you can just click on any of those three charities. You can check out what they're all about, and you can even make a donation online, I'm sure.
For sure, even if you aren't able to attend, most of these organizations run off the kindness and generosity of other folks, so. They're all good organizations, and we're super stoked to be supporting them, and they've always been very supportive of us. So one of the things about Austin Facial Hair Club, and we post, if you follow us on Facebook, if you don't, go ahead and go on there and follow us.
And Instagram.
And Instagram is every week or we have meetings twice a month, and we always post all are welcome, and that's one thing that we take very seriously, and we want to. Just to welcome everyone, welcome folks in that are curious, welcome folks that have, interest in beards or whatever, but it's definitely, I'm not going to say it that we're not all ass faces, because we are ass faces. However, we love and accept everyone. Yeah. We're such ass faces that we have a hard time judging other people because we're ass faces. How could we possibly judge other folks when we are absolute ass faces? I'm speaking more on Taylor's behalf right now.
Yeah.
I'm a married man of the community who does a lot of fine things. But so that's a very big part of our club. We have a lot of people in the club that are different ethnicities, cultures, political persuasions. And somehow we all manage to get along.
There's no somehow. It's all because of the beards.
Yeah. Well, that's a an underlying element of it, but it's because we meet in person and we talk to each other.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
the online internet tough guy bullshit. We have disagreed. We've had parties. Me and Taylor even commented on a party a couple of years ago, one of our holiday parties. There was a discussion going on about, I don't remember, it was about firearms or guns. And me and Taylor were commenting on how respectful and kind the conversation was, respecting each other's opinions, because it's face to face. It's great. We do have that here. We have, because like I said, today we had a meeting and there were 45, almost 50 people there. Mm-hmm. And so you're bound to get a lot of different opinions and different cultures. And we like it all, because that's how we build a society. This is our community. And if you're welcome to come hang out with us, and if you can take us, you're welcome to come. Everybody.
I can take you to Mary Yoder's, bitch.
That's right.
It's like literally Mary Yoder's is like 10 minutes from my house.
Oh, man, I wish I had some pie.
Oh. We are a team of misfits, and there's a lot of really like upstanding people in our club. That from all sorts of different walks of life, different demographics, different political theories, different sexual orientations. We have one government belief, respectfully discussing another issue with someone else in the club, and it's pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome. There was one guy that joined a lot of people will message the club and they'll say, like, hey, is this a gay club? Is this a bear club or anything? And we'll kindly respond. We'll say, well, it's not that, we're not
it's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it. Like, everyone can come. There was, one member who was a new member, and he said something about, and he didn't say it really in an aggressive or a mean way. It was the pride shirt that we had, our rainbow pride shirt.
Yeah.
And he said something about, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't rude, but he said something about not really being into that, supporting it or something like that. And one of our other members said, well, we do. And, he happens to be a gay man. And now those two are friends, like really good friends. It's like, yes, that's so awesome. It's so cool.
Well, and I think that's the one thing I've really discovered talking to so many different people from so many different clubs. It's the camaraderie that you get from your club mates that makes you enjoy being out there, in the scene. I mean,
absolutely.
It totally is.
Yeah,
it totally is. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, Taylor is actually touching me right now, and it's
hot.
It's such a great experience that I never had the opportunity for that until I joined this club. And now, I mean, Taylor pretty much has his own bedroom in our house. He sleeps with my wife, my dogs. He's just a welcome member of our family, and that's really how we bond, not just with each other, but with the community as well. That's probably going to end up on our news.
Well, if they pick it up, they do. If not, but okay. Now this is my last question. I wanted to save the best question for last.
Sure.
Okay. My personal opinion, one of the best and most exciting things that I am looking forward to Worlds is the Whiskerinas.
Yes. Yes.
Now, how did that happen?
So this is pretty awesome. Let me tell the whole story about this. So. Whiskerinas, we've been involving the female competitor group for years and years now. This has been a thing around the United States that we've been doing, and we welcome them. They're a huge part of our club and many clubs around the U.S. One of our officers is a female, and she rules. And
she's scary.
Yeah, she's scary. She's tough. And these girls, they show up and they'll make these beautiful piece of artwork, and it's crazy. I've been a judge at many of these contests where I'm judging the Whiskerinas category, and there's 4 different categories here in the Worlds, and they mimic a lot of other contests where there's 4 categories. It's realistic beard, creative beard, realistic mustache, and creative mustache. And what that means is realistic beard or mustache, how real can you make a beard or mustache look? And granted, there are some women that enter these contests and they have real mustaches and real beards, and they're like legit. They're like better than some men can grow.
Would you say they might be too legit to quit?
Wow.
Wow is right. That was I fucking hit that one out of the park, dude.
Man, it's still soaring too. I would say they are too legit to quit because they didn't quit and they still keep growing. Don't shave. # don't shave. And so the creative ones is where things get wild, man, because for the men's categories, you see, unless you're talking freestyle, you see a 6 to 12 inch beard. I know what that looks like, natural or whatever. But when these ladies make these creative mustaches and beards, it's insane. It's the vastness of the human mind and creativity. Like it can never end. There's a girl that made one out of like 12 skeletons, and she had these little strings and they were moving. One had like an ATM beard.
We just had actually at our last Come and Shave It, which was Come and Shave It 11, for the first time ever, we had a young woman win Best in Show for her Whiskerina beard, which was her own dreadlocks that she created into a beard.
Oh wow!
But it was the first time we ever had a Best in Show, and this is the first Worlds that's ever having Whiskerina competition. Not only having Whiskerinas categories, we're also the first Worlds, I believe, to ever have. We're also having a female MC.
That's great.
Yeah. She's super cool, and she's funny, and she just got out of prison recently for stabbing someone, but that's cool. I mean, we're not.
We don't judge murder. We don't judge murder.
Her probation officer will be there. It'll be fine.
All are welcome.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be fine. So we're really just, like we said, we started this off talking about we really want to make this Austin-esque. And what better way we could do it than add Whiskerina competitions, have a female MC, and just push boundaries, have fun, and recognize. I think just mentioning that is a pretty good representation of who we are as Austin Facial Hair Club. Is all are welcome. And we, as Taylor is world famous and internationally, well, I guess international is world famous for the hashtag party. And that's what we like to do. Hashtag party. And that's what we like to do. And we like to party with anyone that wants to party with us, unless don't bring your firearms, swords, or
now
if you're an asshole, we will handle that also.
All right. Is there going to be like a special hashtag that you guys are going to want people to use throughout the weekend? Have you guys discussed that?
Yeah, we're going to do a hashtag WBMC 2017.
Oh, this is news to you, eh?
I thought it was hashtag Taylor's back hair, but
actually, I texted Paul this hashtag earlier today, and he said he wouldn't post it.
Okay,
he doesn't really understand technology. I'm trying to explain to him that you're not inside of my phone right now.
Oh. I'm a little German.
Well, I'm Facebook living this to 17 people right now. You don't think I know technology?
Yeah, but it's a little box full of your hamsters.
Yeah. No, they're all Pauls. Just so you know, when you come, don't bring a gun to a Paul fight, because there'll be a lot of Pauls there.
Oh,
that makes no sense to you whatsoever.
No, I was just going
to. Oh, this is how we do.
Now, what do you think the chances are? Now, do you guys think that you could be starting a trend with the Worlds by having the Whiskerina? Do you think that if it goes back over to Europe or anywhere else, do you think that they'll continue having that category?
I think that it's pretty much set in stone by now. I mean, we have a giant response from it. Everyone loves it. It's everyone wins. Like, there's no reason not to have them. And I mean, the only case that I could see being is if people want to do a one-day show again, and that's, it's a big contest. There'll be a lot of people there, but I mean, I think they should be involved, and I think that it probably will be a trend from here on out that's going to keep on happening.
Oh, absolutely. And that was I was discussing this with my wife today as I was telling her about what us talking, and talking about the world competition that's been going on for all these years, and you have all these categories, and they've always been staple categories, and they're the same, and it's you're not really bringing in a new crowd. You're not really making it very diverse. You got these old curmudgeon guys, their white hair, their big beards, and they're just ornery dicks, But then it's how do you get new blood brought into the scene? And it's this is just awesome because you involved the girlfriends, you involved the wives, and that's been happening over the past 10 years or so, where the women have been really getting involved.
And that's one thing, when we've traveled over to Europe for these contests, is is these men that have been doing it for decades now. They'll openly tell us. They'll say, you think, I don't know if you've ever been to Germany, but you think it's this big bearded community. There's lots of beards over there. There's, more clean shaven people in Germany than I'd say there are in Miami. Like everyone's clean shaven there, and the guys, they'll tell us straight up. They'll say, we're kind of afraid of this generation of people liking facial hair going away, and like they're trying to promote it, and they want this new blood, and they're actually.
Well, that's interesting to hear.
Yeah, they're really supportive of it. Most young men over there, they don't grow facial hair. In fact, in Germany, they made a brand new category in order to try to change this, and they called it Trendbart, which and pretty easily in German translates to trend beard.
Oh, I would have never gotten that.
Right.
Jesus. I don't speak German.
So it's, I don't know, like maybe 1 to 2 centimeters of growth.
Maybe that.
And for those who aren't familiar with the metric system, 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch. So it's a very short beard, but the category was designed to shave designs into it, kind of like 80s, 90s haircuts.
Yeah.
And there was a pretty good showing. There was like maybe 15 young guys showing up for this brand new category, and they were kind of hoping that, you could grow this beard in 3 months and then compete at the world stage. And I'd say it was a success, but it also doesn't promote long growth. It's like 3 months. Okay, I'm going to shave this off now.
Yeah.
But, they're trying to figure out ways to bring in new blood and get people excited about this.
Well, yeah. And that's what I say, like the Whisker arenas, like within the past 10 years, I think, or so, have really just grown and grown and grown. And it's still like, I think right now it's like super hot. Like,
yeah. Well, I also wouldn't say that it was like we invited Whiskerinas to be into this. As Taylor had mentioned earlier, Jessica Ives is one of our, she's on the board of the Austin Facial Hair Club. They just kind of came in and started doing it. Now even Jody, is it Jody Mitnick?
Yeah, Jody, New Jersey.
Yeah, and they have a whole like nationwide Whiskerina club now and all that. So in our club, and particularly, women are they hold a lot of power in the club as far as making decisions and wanting to be involved in that aspect. So it wasn't even like us wanting to be progressive or us wanting to. It wasn't really even a discussion. Angela, for instance, Tony, our merch manager, his wife, she's been doing Whiskerina competitions all across the country, and it was just kind of, when we had it solidified that we're doing the worlds, that was going to be part of it. There was never a debate about it or anything. That was just going to be part of it. And it's been common to be part of it throughout competitions going on across our country, not just in Austin, but in Denver and everywhere else. So and there's been a great push and a great joining of having that. And everybody loves it. It's just super, super cool and creative and fun.
And one more thing about our female club members, specifically in the Austin Facial Hair Club, anyone listening to this, we got to give it up for our Texas Roller Girls. We have a ton of them in our club, and they're like, it was just such a natural thing. It was like, I think we started vending at their bouts, and we just have a little table there with merchandise, and it was just like so obvious. Like we just like hung out with them. They hung out with us. They show up to our parties. We show up to theirs, and we're like, hey, this is perfect. And it's almost like they're the same club altogether. We have a ton of our Texas Roller Girls, TXRD members in our club, and it's a perfect fit. They're awesome.
Which you'll also see, because a lot of them will be on their skates, skating around as ambassadors and everything. And also a lot of our members, let's just be honest, a lot of people slept with each other, so there's been a lot of marriages over the last couple of years between Austin Facial Hair Club members and TXRD members.
Yeah.
And frankly, between just us three, we're a little afraid of them. So they want to do whatever they want to do. We pretty much just let them do what they want to do, because I'm fairly certain that they can whip my ass. So,
they might be running the world. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
We're not told.
Whenever they just say we're going to participate, we just say, oh, okay, what do you want to do? And they do whatever they want to do. and we're cool with it. I mean, honestly, you know,
You have to be cool.
I'm not trying to get my ass beat.
Well, you don't want to.
No, fuck no.
But yeah, if anyone wants,
yet I'm still turned on by them. It's weird.
Well, yeah, well, it's the wheels.
It's weird.
But yeah, if anyone wants to check out, I did an interview with Jody Mitnick and Amy Roberts, who are two of the board members of the Whiskerina Council. I did an interview with them. It was probably 5 or 6 months ago, and it was when they announced the unveiling of the council and that there was going to be an actual category at Worlds. And if anyone who's listening to this, and God forbid that you don't even know what Whiskerina is, you can check that.
For shame.
Yeah, for shame. But everyone that listens to this podcast is involved in the bearding community, so they'll know what it is. But if by some chance someone isn't, they can refer back to that episode. I'll put a link there, and it tells the whole story of how it all started and what it's all about. So,
and if they're curious, also, Rolling Stone magazine just this week in their recent publication just did a whole article on TXRD, Texas, the Texas Roller Girls that we're referring to.
Oh, that's awesome! I'll have to find that.
Who are also many of them are Whiskerinas as well.
Yeah, I'll have to find that, and when I find that that article, I will also put a link to that in the show notes as well.
Cool.
So, all right, do we have any final? What's your final words, guys? Because I would have never now. As we started talking tonight, I was thinking, this is going good. We're going to get 20, 30 minutes out of it. Now we're already sitting at an hour and a half, and I have about 50,000 more questions to ask you guys, but I'm going to save some of those for when we're in person, because I'm going to fucking hunt you both down, and we're going to have some drinks. We're going to have good times.
That sounds great. That sounds really great.
I'm the really, really handsome bald man.
Oh, that's me.
Just look for him.
Holy shit. You just described me.
Well, there can only be one of us. If we're wearing the same outfit, someone will have to go home and change. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we won't call each other the night before and coordinate our outfits.
Well, mine is actually being personally tailored by
Bykowski, Taylor, and
Garb.
Holy shit, mine is too. What are the chances of that?
Well, there might be something.
Isn't it ironic, don't you think?
Oh my God, we went back there. You just did an Alanis Morissette callback.
I certainly did, my friend. I certainly did.
Her ears are burning right now.
I know. She might even fucking show up down there and be like,
She can perform all day.
Oh, I would love that. I mean, she's amazing. She's an amazing. Oh, how about this? Why don't you throw a couple artists out there that are going to be playing at the event?
Prince, first off and foremost, Prince will be there.
Yes. That one is not true. That is not factual, because he is not alive anymore, sir.
Oh, my bad.
So we have 3 after parties, like I said, at Blackheart.
311? What? No?
Yeah.
Who's playing at the event?
Oh.
Yeah, I heard him. So we have 3 after parties at the Blackheart, the White Horse, and Antones. And there's going to be bands at all 3 of those. And then at the contest itself, we have a whole bunch of bands.
Lost Coast, for one, who is also the
Lost Coast.
Lost Coast is the bass player, is the young woman we were just discussing earlier who won the Best in Show at our last Come and Shave It. Yeah. She's the bass player in that band. They're amazing. They'll be playing.
Cool. Slayer is not playing this event, correct?
No, there was a scheduling conflict, but it will be Raining Blood.
Now, tell me, that would not be the perfect band to have playing at this event with Kerry King's beard and Tom Araya's beard? I mean, they all got awesome beards now.
That would be cool. I'm not saying it wouldn't.
Next time, guys. Come and Shave It with Slayer next year.
Over our budget.
We also have Megafauna, Lord Buffalo, Pure Luck Band, Sushi Mami Ray, The Golden Boys, Party Wizard, Tia Carrera, Corrine Rose.
Wait a minute. Stop. Tia Carrera.
Yes.
Like as in like from Wayne's World, Tia Carrera?
No.
I thought that too the first time I saw them.
Yeah. No. Just the band.
Oh, they're like a tribute band to her.
No.
Yes. Sure.
So they're going to be performing the songs that she performed in Wayne's World too.
Well, they put up a cardboard cutout of her.
No, she's hot, so I'm cool with that.
She's from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then if you want to see the bands that are playing at all the after parties at the Black Heart, the White Horse, and Antones, you can go to the links on the Facebook page and check those out. There's some really great bands that'll be playing there.
There's no way you could possibly come here and be bored.
Yeah, it's
There's
impossible.
no effing way.
What if you were Helen Keller?
Nope.
She's
We
not blind.
we have interpreters here also, sign language interpreters, and
She's blind. So
pit bulls. Yeah,
she was
she was blind, but she could feel it on her shoulder.
yeah.
I want to say I read a book in 7th grade.
She lived in an attic and she wrote a diary.
Go wouldn't be bored. We'd have her stage diving. She'd have a great time.
Oh, that would be funny.
So I guess the final thing I would say is, we want all the spectators from all around the world, from all over Texas, from all over Austin to show up.
Ohio.
We have
Yes.
spectator tickets for sale still. Competitors tickets have sold out. We stopped selling those because we hit our numbers and then some. We have a lot.
Wait. What was that?
Nothing.
No, repeat what you just said.
I said competitors have come in from all around the world.
Yes.
We hit our numbers and then some.
But did you cut them off?
Yeah, we cut off
yeah.
competitor ticket sales. And we've been posting about that for months.
Now, wait a minute.
Months.
So wait a minute. So you're telling me that I can't compete now?
Ooh, man, you were not paying attention to social media, huh?
No, I was not.
Man, we've been posting about competitor ticket sales and July 31st. Like, it was on repeat for months.
Oh, this is great. This is good news. But this is breaking news, guys.
Listen.
No, that's all right, though.
I just so happen to have one more competitor pass for $250. Same price as the press pass. How's that? How you figure that?
Well, I got the press pass. I know that. So, but
Okay, so I'll tell you this: we still reserved 2 more competitor tickets left because, like I said, we've been posting about competitor ticket sales end, but we kept 2. So that means I have 1 for you. If you want to sign up, I can give you specific instructions on how to do it.
oh, I love you forever.
Whatnot, we'll give you a code. And then that means if you're listening to this, there is 1 more competitor ticket left.
Off the air.
He can put that there's 1 left.
Yeah,
there
they
is.
don't give any information.
I won't share any information that you guys don't want me to share, but
Yeah,
Jessica will kill us.
yeah.
I
So
will
I'll give you the code
murder.
over the email for one of the last 2, and then so spectator tickets are still on sale. We want a ton of spectators to show up and have a good time and party with us and see this awesome event. 3-day spectator tickets are $20, and single days are $10. And spectators are welcome to all the after parties, the pre parties, and.
But just so you want to mention to your listeners, I have spectator VIP tickets for $250.
What's with the 250? Is that your car payment
he
or
doesn't
something?
know that many numbers. That's the only number he knows.
I know 250. It's my favorite number, guys.
It's the only number he knows.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, man. You guys have been the most enjoyable interview I've done yet of like 40-some interviews. Like, you guys have been an absolute treat. You guys have made me so much more excited to come to Austin. I mean,
yeah.
just to like meet both of you guys and dick around and joke around, and I'm so excited right now.
We will at the event. We will be totally serious and probably non-jokey,
Oh, shut up.
but we'll still be dicking around.
Are you serious? You'll be whipping your wang out and be like, man, yeah.
In fact, tell your listeners for $250 they can dick around with both of us.
That should be 500 because that's 2.
Well, he only knows that number.
They could. I have actually a guest bedroom that we're sitting in right now. It's my office. However, there's an air mattress. And
How much is it for?
$250.
That is ridiculous.
They can't spend the night, but they can come hang out for a minute, and then I'll get their Uber.
Which will probably be $250.
No, I have coupons.
Uber cons. Well, thank you guys so very much. Like I said, I'm when I'm done with this, I'm going to re-listen to all of it. I'm going to go through and make as best show notes as I can and link all the stuff you guys talked about that was important. I'll put links to everything. So If you go to thebeardcaster.com/blog, it'll take you to the latest blog post, which will have links to everything. It'll also have a player right there where you can just click and play. You don't even need to download, so you can just stream it. So make it as super easy as possible for you. But thank you guys once again. I am like so super excited about coming down and hanging out with you guys and just talking to the people of Austin and from all over the world. I'm super excited about this. But thank you for all the information you guys gave me tonight. And once again, like I said, I could still probably talk to you guys for like another 2 or 3 hours. And this is just it's so fun. So much fun.
Could you bring me a LeBron jersey or shirt? Well,
I'll see what I actually. My son might have a couple of them that since this whole bullshit of like LeBron talking about leaving now and Kyrie Irving doesn't want to be on the Cavs anymore. There's just a whole bunch of stupid drama in Cleveland right now. But the Indians are doing good.
I've read it on the Facebook. Bring Taylor one too, because that's his favorite player.
Who, LeBron?
Well, that's his favorite team.
Oh.
Isn't that what you said during the championship?
Yeah, the one that they lost.
I don't remember.
The one that they lost, that one?
I got text messages. They said something.
It's hard to hear over the loss.
Well, we don't talk about that. The people of Cleveland don't talk. We only talk about the win. That's it, because we have one big win, and that
for the next 45 or however many years it takes to win another one.
I'll tell you what though, I'm believing in the Indians this year. We got so close last year, those motherfuckers, but this year I'm having that feeling for them.
I don't know. I haven't watched the Indians since. Let me think. Who was our shortstop?
Corey Snyder.
No, before.
Oh, Buddy Bell.
Jim Thome was the first baseman, and Omar Vizquel.
Yeah, Omar.
I watched Indians baseball.
But that was the predecessor World Series team.
That was the almost. That was the almost.
But they got much closer the second run through on the World Series. So,
well, you know what I think? As soon as we replace Chief Wahoo as the mascot, we might see it. We might see things looking up.
I think you need to shut your mouth, man. That's you can't take my Chief Wahoo away. It's an institution. It's like taking away the Civil War statues. Now, so you're making this political again. Jeez, man.
We probably don't want to continue the conversation here.
Oh, man. Hey, because in fact, I just got a brand new Cleveland Indians hat yesterday, and it has a nice, really nice, colorful Chief Wahoo on it, and that is the Indians.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
No.
Paul was literally just showing me an old Cleveland Indians
I have
hat.
the original Chief Wahoo hat sitting on my dresser right now, which I never wear.
Now, is it the orange one?
Racing and looks like what they would compare to like a hook nose
caricature.
Yeah.
Caricature. Yeah, that's not,
now
the Cherokee. Yeah. The Cherokee in me says, get rid of it. It's dumb.
Yeah. Okay. I sympathize with you, and for me, it's just it's a image that reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
That's okay. You can replace that with an image that reminds you of your adulthood.
A big C.
We definitely need another picture or brand, just not that one.
Yeah, well, it's like the Redskins too. Why isn't
you got a podcast? When you come here, take a picture of me, take it back to Cleveland. You can use it to promote.
Okay, I will.
The Cleveland Beardo, except I cut my beard off, so it's not really that long. We could just call it the Cleveland Handsome.
The handsome guys from Cleveland. We're so ridiculously handsome here, and
I think it comes with the Lake Erie water.
It is in the Amish. It's like the desire to be more handsome than an Amish person.
You're out in Chardon, actually, though. So that's you got some pretty good space out there.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we got some horses, we got some cornfields, but we have a really big Walmart. At one time, it was the biggest Walmart in the world for like 32 seconds.
That's a really specific number.
Well, that's something.
I know. And then they opened one in I think somewhere in Mexico that beat it. So
how far are you from Ashtabula?
The armpit of Ohio, I am not close enough to that, but about 40 minutes.
I had some old friends that sold meth there.
Who from Ashtabula does not do meth is the question.
Well, that's why it was cheap.
Yeah. But all right, cool guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time out. We're rolling into an hour and 45 minutes. This is great. And once again, like I said, I can still talk to you guys forever, but I'm gonna hit you guys up one-on-one down in Austin. We're gonna hug it out or not hug it out, depending on closeness, proximities.
No, we'll hug. Well, I mean, in fact, we'll probably touch your privates. That's probably much a guarantee.
I'm wearing a cup for protection.
That's cool. We'll touch right through those, bro. This ain't our first rodeo.
Your little finger will go through like the little holes in there.
Well, that's just gross.
Oh, you guys fucking rock. So, but thank you guys again. And once again, show notes. We'll have links to all the cool stuff these guys talked about. And we'll see you in Worlds in a couple weeks.
All right, man. Looking forward to hanging out with you.
Awesome.
Word.
And thank you, Taylor and Paul. That was really awesome that you guys took that much time out of your evening to come and hang out with me and just shoot the shit over FaceTime. So it was really cool getting to know you guys. I'm so excited for the World Beard and Mustache Championships. It's going to be an awesome time. You know, they had talked about so many different things. I'm going to go back through and have hopefully a really concise list of show notes for everything that they talked about, direct links to stuff, all the charities, and just all the assorted things that they talked about. I mean, there was so much good information in here. And, you know, this is for anyone who's interested in, like, the backside of competitions and stuff like this. You know, there should be lots of great information in here. And realize that these are other people that if you're putting a competition on down the road and you're seeking advice from someone, always feel free to reach out to us, reach out to those guys. They're more than willing to help you and share how to do this kind of stuff. You know, it's very difficult, but like with them, everything's on autopilot for the most part with their come and shave it, because 11 years of doing it. And it just, after a while, everything falls into place. And, you know, so if you feel discouraged, if you're a small club or something out there, reach out to the guys that have been doing it for a long time. They're always more than willing to help. I mean, even myself. I mean, I've done a lot of different types of events, and I know some things. Never be afraid to just reach out. Scott at the Beardcaster. I'm always here to give anyone a hand. Thank you again to Taylor and Paul and the Austin Facial Hair Club for getting this event going, sharing all the information about the event. I can't wait to get down there. There's going to be so much fun. Party. Don't forget the hashtag WBMC 2017. So anytime you take a picture down there or a post, make sure you put that hashtag on everything. And he keeps hashtagging me with party. So that's what the big thing is going to be. It's going to be one hell of a party down there over Labor Day weekend. So check out my website once again, thebeardcaster.com. All my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And email me, Scott at the Beardcaster, if you have any questions, concerns. I want to thank Can You Handlebar and the American Mustache Institute for helping me get to Worlds and to get some awesome content when I go down there. So make sure you go to canyouhandlebar.com. There's going to be a coupon code coming real soon for me. So if you guys want to order something, you may want to wait a little bit till you get this coupon code to get a percentage off. And also check out the American Mustache Institute.org for more information about the sexually dynamic mustached man. So on that note, we're going to leave it. Don't forget to tell a friend about the Beardcaster. So until then, by the next time you guys hear something from me, I'm going to be at Worlds. So cheer me on. I'm going to be in the goatee category Saturday afternoon, September 2nd. So more information coming soon. So thank you, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.